Some college students participated in a study. They were told that the study is about food perception and taste. They have been asked to come to the lab without eating at least for 3 hours. The researcher had just finished baking a fresh batch of chocolate chip cookies that made the room smell irresistibly amazing. All the students were presented with 2 bowls, one containing the freshly baked cookies and the other had some radishes. The researchers left the room after giving clear instructions. Half of the students were asked to eat 2 to 3 radishes and do not touch the cookies. And the other half, the lucky ones, were asked to eat 2 to 3 cookies and do not touch the radishes, which was not difficult, of course. The radish eaters had a hard time exercising their willpower, yet none of them broke the rules. The researchers were strictly watching. At this point, the students were told that the experiment is over and that they will be contacted the next day to ask them about the taste sensations. Then a group of seemingly unrelated researchers came to the room and asked the student if they were willing to participate in a totally unrelated research. The new research, they were told, was trying to investigate who is better at solving puzzles, college or high school students. Now our college students were presented with a geometric puzzle to solve. The problem was designed to be unsolvable, and the experiment was testing the students' level of perseverance and persistence before giving up trying. The chocolate chip eaters spent 19 minutes on the puzzle, making an average of 34 attempts before giving up. The tempted radish eaters spent only 8 minutes trying, and they made only 19 attempts and they completely gave up after that. The researchers concluded that self-control is an exhaustible resource. In other words, we only have so much willpower, and if we drain it away in an unimportant minor daily struggle, we will soon run out of self-control and quit the meaningful struggles in our life. In the book Happiness Hypothesis, the author compared our automatic reactions, you can also call it the subconscious or intuitive mind, to an elephant that has its own will. Our analytical, logical, conscious self-control is the rider on the back of the elephant. The rider seems to hold the rein and direct the elephant right and left. But don't be fooled. The rider can never force the elephant into any direction if it doesn't want to go into this direction. The elephant is the only one who's running the show. If the rider wants to stay in control, he better tame the elephant. And the best way to do that is to listen to the elephant's needs. The elephant is wired for self-protection. He only sees what is directly in front of him. He feels immediate pain, seeks immediate pleasures, and is motivated by pure survival instincts, food and sex mainly. In other words, the elephant has the control button for dopamine release, our motivation neurotransmitter. The rider, on the other hand, is a visionary. He can delay gratification for future upcoming success, yet he possesses limited strength. Long struggles against willpower exhaust him, so his hands get loose on the rein and let the elephant roam freely. This is exactly what happened to the radish eaters. They exhausted their self-control. The rider was exhausted. He was fighting against the temptation of eating the cookies. They won the fight, yes, but they were drained. When they were later presented with another struggle, their elephant was running the show. With his quick pleasure, self-preservation mentality, what's the point? It's too hard, it's boring. I can do it anyway. So they quickly gave up trying to solve the puzzles. In our everyday life, we are the radish eaters. We exhaust our rider by too many choices, decisions, and useless struggles. We end up stressed and drained because we wear ourselves out with hundreds of little daily choices and temptations. From resisting this donut with our morning coffee, to controlling our temper with daily traffic, to choosing the outfit that makes us look thin or sexy, to managing our cool with the new boss or the new employee or our teenager boy or toddler, we face hundreds of tiny choices, temptations, and self-control decisions that wear us out every day. Trying to just go through life with the illusion that only by willpower we can achieve everything is just that, an illusion. We keep beating ourselves up because we are lazy, we are weak, we didn't try hard enough. Cut yourself some slack. Regardless of how hard you try or how strong you are, you can never pull the elephant if he does not want to come along with you. As we are talking about Ramadan and as we are approaching Ramadan, we have always learned that Ramadan, the fasting month, is there to strengthen the self-control muscle. It is there to train us to be more in control of our desires. But unfortunately, we got the mechanism all wrong. If we treat our fasting as mere training of self-restriction and self-control, we will be further wearing off our self-control muscle. This is why we see fasting people in this holy month more irritable, stressed, angry, and doing all sorts of wrong stuff that fasting should actually solve, not cause. Ramadan fasting is not a physical exercise that trains us to withstand our hunger. Neither is it a psychological exercise that trains us to control our desires, temptation, and urges. Ramadan fasting is a spiritual practice. Training our self-control muscle does not mean pulling harder on the rein and fighting the elephant. On the contrary, it means making peace with this elephant and motivating him to walk the path we want to go into. And we can only do that if we reach total inner peace in our hearts and in our souls. We can only do that if we slow down, silence the chatter, and purify our heart and listen. We reduced Ramadan to numbers and rituals, an endless supply of sugars and fats and carbs, of course. The rituals will be great if we actually do them holistically, meaning both of us, the rider and the elephant. But the truth is, we consciously do the ritual, read and recite, repeat the divine remembrance, pray all night long sometime, but our subconscious mind is not with us. Our heart and soul are not into it. We drugged the elephant so that it takes a nap until we finish the holy month, and then we will hop back on the hamster wheel, resume the journey, fighting our elephant for the direction we want to take. We dissociated our hearts from the whole process because our hearts are already very heavy, exhausted, and weary. So we figured, know what? Let's take a month off, forget all the baggages and trouble, and just pray and read and recite Quran, and might as well eat. But this defeats the purpose. So how can we tame the elephant? The elephant is our subconscious mind, as I said. This is basically our storage system. It stores our emotions, our feelings, our beliefs, experiences, and these what dictate our choices and actions in everyday life. I was asked in a survey, what do you think is the number one determinant of health and happiness? People chose things like healthy eating, positive thinking, stress management, social support, but few chose the one thing I see in my 20 years of practice that makes all the difference: life meaning. Having a life meaning and purpose is the main determinant of health and happiness. And there is no right or wrong answer to life meaning. Your life meaning can be as big or as small as you wanted, as long as it makes sense to you and adds meaning to your life, as long as it connects you to the big picture, to the ultimate purpose in life, to serving God. To reach this meaning and to tame the elephant, we need to reach deep within us, to silence this chatter, to just sit and listen. We are not able to sit and listen anymore. We do not know the sound of silence. Reflection is one of the huge forgotten spiritual rituals, so as meditation, just sitting in silence. When I go to the mosque in Ramadan, I get stressed by so many ladies asking, how many times did you do the whole reading of the Quran? Only one. I am working on my third reading, my third khatma. You're wasting time, sister. Hurry up. This is a holy month. Don't waste it. How many divine remembers did you do today? No, not enough, sister. You need to do more. Just join us doing more. Hurry up. Oh my God, this is so stressful. Actually, no, you do not need to hurry up. You need to slow down, to reflect. Reflect on every word you are reading, to live in it, to feel it, to apply it. This is the only way for you to reach the elephant, the only way to tame it, the only way for you to harness the unstoppable power of the elephant. The elephant, as I mentioned, is wired for self-survival and self-protection. We need to shift the meaning of survival from just food and sex to life meaning and purpose, to a valuable mission, and this what will drive the elephant. To live for a purpose, for a meaning, for serving God, for serving humanity, for serving a purpose, a meaningful purpose in life that means something to you. When it has a clear meaning, life purpose and mission, it automatically set in motion. And once in motion, it snowballs into action. So for this Ramadan, I'm asking you to actually slow down, to relax. I want you to take a deep breath, roll back your shoulders and listen. Deep inside, your heart knows its path. It knows its mission, it knows its direction and its ultimate purpose. You just need to listen. The silence you cultivate will strengthen your connection with your purpose, will strengthen your connection with God, will refine your intention and add to your sincerity. So let's take this holy month to tame our elephants and reach into our hearts, into the deeper meaning and purpose in our life. Ramadan Mubarak.